Subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get all the latest updates.
Rebel Congress leader Sachin Pilot today appeared to back down somewhat from what could have been a palace coup. In fact, he told me, along with other journalists, that he was still a congressman and he had no intention of joining the BJP. This created some sort of opening for the Congress to also say that the doors were not yet closed for him. But really, this crisis in the Congress goes well beyond Rajasthan. Rajasthan, in fact, might just be the geography. The larger question is about what it says about the state of the Congress and whether, in fact, it can afford to have a crisis like this at all. Ashok Gehlot may have saved his government, but can the Congress party save itself from an existential crisis? Joining us on the program, we're joined by Pawan Khera. Pawan Khera is a senior leader of the Congress party. We're joined by Satish Punia. Satish Punia is the BJP state president in Rajasthan. What the BJP will do will be critical. Veer Sanghvi, veteran journalist, editor, columnist, television anchor, is with us, as is Vinod Sharma, another very, very senior political journalist and editor. Let me start with you, Pawan. The fact of the matter is that Ashok Gehlot seems to have the numbers at this point, but this is about more than numbers. Does the Congress party really want to lose another young leader after Jyotiraditya Scindia? Should the attempt not have been made to in a sense, address some of the issues that Sachin Pilot raised? Is a police notice on charges of sedition something that several Congress leaders have said is a law that should be scrapped away with? Is that fair? Have you treated Sachin Pilot fairly?
Barkha, now there are several aspects several questions within that one question of yours. Yes, it's definitely much more important than numbers. Numbers are there with us, no doubt. The government is not much, though my friend Mr. Punia will not like hearing it, but our government is absolutely safe in Rajasthan. We don't want to lose Sachin Pilot, undoubtedly, yes. That's why we publicly kept trying to make appeals to him. It was not just a private call or an SMS or a WhatsApp message, but it was also public appeals to him and his supporters. No party does that unless that party is absolutely clear about its intentions of not letting Mr. Sachin Pilot go. Mm-hmm. And his going would definitely be a loss to the Congress. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I don't want to act hypocritical and say, nahi, or log aa jayenge, aate rehte hain, jate rehte hain. That's not the way we look at somebody of the stature of Mr. Sachin Pilot. In fact, every worker is important. Sachin Pilot is definitely an important leader of the Congress party who's contributed a lot to the Congress. So yes, we definitely want him to stay back. And we are trying, we did try. And things happen in a party. You said it shouldn't have reached this point. I agree with you, it shouldn't have reached this point. There are structures within a party. When those structures somehow don't work out well, then the leadership, central leadership has to get into it. That's what.
But the police notice.
I'm coming to that. So you're talking about section 124A, under which, as per the existing rules, the notices had to be sent to everybody for recording their statement. That includes Mr. Ashok Gehlot. Now you want our government to behave like the BJP, that you have to interfere in every law, you have to ensure that X gets the notice and Y doesn't get the notice. That's not the way government should function. Yes, you're right. The law should be scrapped, but as long as the law is there, it has to be followed. So
it should be used against your own deputy chief minister and chief minister.
Even Mr. Ashok Gehlot got that notice. So I really don't want to misread into that notice episode. That's not such a big episode. Let me be very clear about that.
Okay.
There are recordings. There are people in the BJP. Two of their leaders, small leaders, but two of them have been arrested. I am from Rajasthan. Mr. Punia may find it difficult to challenge me on this. I know their backgrounds also. They are from the BJP and they are arrested, and let the inquiries take place. Mr. Punia will know what's happening.
Do you want, before I open this up, do you think that Sachin Pilot's 3 demands are reasonable? The police notice should be withdrawn. His dignity should be restored, and he should be allowed to lead the party in the next state polls. These are the 3 conditions he told me would be the basis for his return to the party.
Barkha, life in general and politics in particular, there are very less issues which are black and white. Everything is in the gray zone. So you
This
want
is
it
why.
to be
This is why
reduced
you're.
into
This
a
is
black
why
and
you're. A,
white.
this is why you're a good spokesperson, because you just don't answer the
No, I just
question.
want
You're
to.
just
No, I'm
waffling.
coming to that. I'll
You're just
definitely
waffling.
respond to it.
You're actually saying nothing. You're just buying time while you think of the answer.
No, no,
What
no,
is
no,
the
no, no,
answer?
no, no. With you, I don't. We have a
What is the
2
answer?
decades association. I don't need to do this with you. So I'll be very, very upfront about it. There are times when in a conflict, both sides are right and both sides are wrong. So
Is this
when
one
both
such time?
sides are right
Is
and
this one
both
such
sides are
time?
wrong,
Is this
then
one
it's very
such
difficult
time?
to reduce it to a black and white. Every conflict, हमेशा
Okay.
एक आदमी सही हो पूरा और दूसरा आदमी एकदम गलत हो, ये नहीं
चलिए-
होता किसी भी विवाद में.
चलिए
So
आपने
let's try and so there are always middle ground that has to be located,
चलिए
and
आपने
then we
माना तो
all bring
सही-
everybody to that middle ground.
आपने माना तो सही कि कांग्रेस पार्टी और उनकी लीडरशिप की भी गलती इसमें कुछ हो सकती है. Let me take that to Veer. Veer, you wrote a column saying that this generation of the Gandhis plays every caricature that the BJP actually draws of it. And in some ways, the leadership comes across as entitled, as feudal, as a family fiefdom, as having reduced the party to a family fiefdom. The way the Sachin Pilot saga has played out, what do you think it tells us about the state of leadership of the Congress?
Well, I mean, you asked Pawan, should something have been done earlier? And I think he's agreed with you. Things should never have got to this stage. People like Sachin Pilot, Jyotiraditya Scindia were Rahul Gandhi's blue-eyed boys. The perception within the Congress was that they were close to Rahul. If Rahul's own lieutenants are now rebelling, there's something wrong in the way in which Rahul is assessing how his lieutenants are feeling. I reckon, I mean, I've spoken to a fair number of young congressmen, the so-called second generation, most of them admittedly from political families, and nobody is really happy with the state of the party. Nobody actually, and that's even worse, is happy with Rahul. In some way, they all feel hard done by. So, I mean, what do you make of that? You make of that, A, that perhaps Rahul is not keeping his promises to his friends, perhaps not, or that his friends are too entitled, they're asking for too much, which is unreasonable, and C, if you're surrounding yourself with entitled dynasts, then you're probably not a very good judge of people or of politics. The other thing that all congressmen will tell you is that Rahul is inaccessible. In fact, if you meet Rahul, you've met Rahul, on a one-on-one level, he's usually quite open, friendly, likable. I don't understand why he doesn't go out more within the party. It's no big deal for him, say, to have it Tughlaq Road, small tea party, 20 people every week. Let people interact with him. Let them know what he's feeling. Find out what he thinks. Let him find out what they feel. Unfortunately, there is no attempt to do that. You have to go through a Berlin Wall, try and get an appointment. You may get an appointment. You may not get an appointment. This is all right, perhaps if you're Narendra Modi. But when you're a party that has been destroyed at 2 successive elections, which is at its lowest depth ever in its history, you can't afford to take that position.
So the Berlin Wall did eventually fall. Circumstances forced it to fall. So can Rahul Gandhi afford a wall at all? Satish Punia, इसमें आप बीजेपी का क्या रोल देखते हैं? क्योंकि पवन खेरा ने बोला कि कॉल रिकॉर्ड्स और कॉल इंटरसेप्ट्स दिखाते हैं कि बीजेपी के लोग were in touch with Sachin Pilot. That's real politics. I don't think anyone would expect otherwise. आपकी जो मांग थी ट्रस्ट वोट के लिए, क्या वो मांग अभी भी जारी है? Are you still demanding a trust vote?
बरखा जी, मुझे लगता है कि मेरी बात थोड़ी 1 मिनट की लंबी होगी, लेकिन पवन जी ने जो बात शुरू करी है
जी,
मैं वीर संघवी साहब की बात जो समझ पाया, कांग्रेस इस समय जिस दौर में है, वो नीति से, विचार से और व्यवहार से देश में भी और प्रदेश में भी ऐसा अप्रासंगिक हुई है. इस सरकार की बुनियाद झगड़े से शुरू हुई. 99 मेजोरिटी भी पूरी नहीं थी, 99 सीट्स आई थी पहले स्पेल में. मेजोरिटी गेन की बीएसपी को मर्ज करके, जो अभी भी पिटीशन अभी स्पीकर किया पेंडिंग है जी. 13 इंडिपेंडेंट्स का सपोर्ट इन्होंने लिया, बीटीपी के लोगों को लिया, सीपीएम का लिया. कुल फिगर राज्यसभा में था 123. 123 के बाद अपनी पार्टी टूटी. उसमें तोहमत हम पे किस बात की? आला कमान कमजोर था, या यहाँ का मैनेजमेंट ठीक नहीं था, मुख्यमंत्री का रवैया ठीक नहीं था, तो उसमें बीजेपी पार्ट कहाँ से होगी? इतने बड़े
अभी की बात करिए ना, अभी की बात करिए. अभी क्या इरादा है? आप लोग कल तक मांग कर रहे थे ट्रस्ट वोट की.
हमें तो जबरदस्ती घसीट रहे हैं, हम पार्ट नहीं है, हमें तो अभी इंतजार करना है. लेकिन अभी तो इनका झगड़ा निपटे, ये क्या डिसाइड करेंगे, उसके बाद हम तय करेंगे कि हमें क्या करना है. अभी जो बात प्रचारित की जा रही है कि जितना ये कंफर्टेबल दिखते हैं, यदि मेरी गणित तो कमजोर है, यदि आपकी अच्छी है तो आप समझ लीजिए राज्यसभा में 123 वोट आए थे, 23 सीधे सीधे जाते हुए दिख रहे हैं, 20 + 3 जो इंडिपेंडेंट्स हैं, बीटीपी के 2 लोग निरपेक्ष रहेंगे, एक सीपीआई का मिलेगा नहीं, तो 98 इनका फिगर बनता है और मेजोरिटी के लिए 199 का हाउस होगा, उसमें 100 वोट चाहिए, तो 2 तो सीधे सीधे गणित में दिखते हैं, है नहीं। इसलिए ये सरकार एक तरीके से जुगाड़ की सरकार थी। राजस्थान में एक जुगाड़ होता है, आप भी जानते हैं अच्छी तरीके से। ये जुगाड़ की सरकार थी और ये जुगाड़ की सरकार 2.25 साल तक लड़ाई झगड़े में चलती रही। इस पूरे कालखंड के दौरान न तो आलाकमान ने कोशिश की।
अच्छा, मेरा एक छोटा सा सवाल फिर मैं विनोद शर्मा के पास जाना चाहती हूँ। इसमें वसुंधरा राजे की राय किसी ने मांगी? आप लोगों ने किसी ने वसुंधरा राजे जी की राय मांगी कि वो सचिन पायलट के बारे में क्या सोचती है? क्योंकि आपने तो कहा कि आपके दरवाजे खुले हैं, योर डोर्स आर ओपन फॉर सचिन पायलट। व्हाट डज योर फॉर्मर चीफ मिनिस्टर फील कि आप कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि उनको क्या लगता है?
देखिए, इस बारे में तो पार्टी ने कोई फैसला किया ही नहीं है, क्योंकि जो लोग दूसरे दल से आते हैं इस लेवल पे, उनका फैसला केंद्र करता है। ज्योतिरादित्य सिंधिया का फैसला शिवराज सिंह जी ने नहीं किया था। पायलट को आना होता तो उसका फैसला सेंटर करता, न वसुंधरा जी करेंगी न मैं करूंगा, सेंटर फैसला करेगा, हम उसका स्वागत करते। लेकिन हमने अपने तरफ से कोई आमंत्रण नहीं दिया है, न वसुंधरा जी ने दिया न मैंने दिया है। इसलिए जो सिचुएशन है, उनको सचिन पायलट को डिसाइड करना है कि वो कहाँ जाएंगे, कब जाएंगे, कैसे जाएंगे, उसकी फिक्र हम नहीं करेंगे।
चलिए, Vinod Sharma, the larger Vinod line is really unstable. Vinod, I'm hoping this stays. The larger message about the Congress leadership. Do you agree with Veer that if the men and women perceived to be Rahul Gandhi's lieutenants start walking out, and you know there are rumors that Milind Deora would be next. You had a Jitin Prasad come on record and talk about how this is really upsetting what's happened with Sachin Pilot. You had Shashi Tharoor praising Pilot as one of the brightest and best. Now, Sachin has made some reconciliatory noises today. Most people have read this to mean Sachin doesn't have the numbers. But really, I think we're making a mistake in analysis if we make the story about Rajasthan. This story is about the state of the Congress.
Yes, of course, it's about the state of the Congress. Madhya Pradesh also was about the state of the Congress. And unfortunately, for tomorrow, Chhattisgarh could also be about the state of the Congress, because there too there is a power struggle.
Yeah.
When the party, you see, the test of a leader is when he is able to keep the party together when out of power. It is not about keeping the party together when you are in power. And in fact, Sonia Gandhi once famously said that, when you are in the opposition, in this environment of politics of patronage, you have few things to give. There are a lot to ask of the leader of your party colleagues. So I think it takes two to tango. The leadership has to take care. Rahul Gandhi seems to have advocated responsibility in pursuing and promoting the interest of his.
Okay, Vinod, we have a bad line to you, so we're going to try and get that stable. Before I go to Pawan, what's the one thing you think the Congress has done wrong in this that you would want Pawan to actually respond to? This whole saga that has played out. For example, we now know that Rahul Gandhi has in fact not spoken to Sachin Pilot. It is Priyanka who's been working the phone line. According to Sachin Pilot himself, he's had no contact with Rahul Gandhi. Now, this again raises all kinds of questions about who's in charge of the party, who's running the party, who's calling the shots. So a quick comment on that, and then I'll take this back to Pawan.
I think the basic problem, Barkha, with the party is nobody knows who is in charge. Rahul Gandhi announced very honorably that he was resigning right after the election results. He said that no member of his family would replace him, which I thought was again an honorable thing to do. But having said that, what his mother, who's a member of his family, has become interim president, Rahul is still around. Rahul still seems to be running the show in many ways. Priyanka, who is really not the Congress president, is reaching out to people. So the essential problem is that there is no clear line of leadership. Rahul Gandhi was Congress president. He was like Sonia Gandhi. He's now become an extra constitutional authority. In a sense, he's become Sanjay Gandhi.
That's actually fascinating, and I want Pawan to respond to that, the analogy with Sanjay Gandhi there.
Veer is a very respected journalist. I don't want to counter him right now on this.
Basically, your
But
answer
what
to
is
anything you don't want to
important-
counter is, Barkha, I've known you for 2 decades. Veer is a very respected journalist. So jawab mat do. Then this is
You
Pawan,
know, the
slippery behavior.
no, absolutely not. Politics of patronage is a very interesting usage Mr. Vinod used.
Yeah.
I think that's where Rahul Gandhi and his attempts to change that should be focused upon. He genuinely wants to change this character of an organization, whichever organization. Right now we're talking about the Congress. Politics of patronage is not what sustains the ideology, what sustains an organization. You are a thriving organization if you're in power. The moment you're out of power, you're not thriving anymore. That's not the way, at least the Congress should be like. Even the RSS now is, becoming a victim of the same politics of patronage. Anyway, I'm not interested in them. Having said that, so if Rahul Gandhi has resigned as Congress president, you can't say that why hasn't he reached out? There are structures in the party. There
What
is
structures?
a coordination committee which tries to.
What structures? This is some
I'm
bureaucratic.
coming to that. Yeah, I know your question.
Can a
read your
moribund
mind,
organization,
I can read your mind. Just let me-
afford to talk grandly about structures? I mean,
let
what
me
age are you living in?
let me still tell you what the structures are. You may reject them, you may not reject them, it's up to you, but there is a coordination committee in place to ensure a proper coordination between the organization and the government in Rajasthan. In that context, I'm telling you, this is a structure in every state. We have a general secretary in charge, which represents the central leadership. He's in charge of the state. He's another bridge between the central leadership and the state leadership and the government, wherever we are power. So these structures can't be ignored. These structures are there to perform, to deliver. In case they fail, that's when the central leadership gets into it. Now, whether Rahul Gandhi ne phone uthaya ya nahi uthaya, Priyanka Gandhi ne phone uthaya, it's immaterial. Let's just talk about what are the proper structures that should be strengthened and made more effective in any party. Right now we're talking about the Congress party. Let them be more effective so that it does not become a Shah and Shahenshah ki party. So that there are systems in place कि हर बात में मोदी और शाह को ही देखना पड़े. पुनिया जी की पार्टी को ये शोभा देता होगा, हम नहीं चाहते ऐसा. हमारी पार्टी में हर चीज
आप पुनिया जी का जो बयान है कि ये जुगाड़ की सरकार है, उस पे क्या बोलेंगे?
नहीं, हम तो उस पर तो आ ही रहे हैं. पुनिया जी को तो बोलने की पता नहीं कैसे हिम्मत जुटा लेते हैं. राजस्थान के तो हिम्मत तो हमें होती है, लेकिन सच तो बोलना चाहिए.
आपके एमएलएस तो रिजॉर्ट्स में है. Your MLAs, each MLA has a police escort locked away in a hotel on the outskirts of Jaipur.
I remember, I'm sure even you were a reporter then, if I remember it right. When Waghela episode happened, the Kesubhai Patel episode happened, when Hajuria happened.
Yes.
इसने resort में किसको हराया था?
The MLAs were taken to Khajuraho. Yes, yes. But that's admitting a lack of confidence. For any party that does it, it's admitting a lack of confidence.
आपको मैं पुनिया जी के लाभ के लिए हिंदी में बताता हूँ. अगर चोर उचक्के लुटेरे घूम रहे हो तो मैं कम से कम फेंसिंग तो करूंगा ना. ताला तो लगा के रखूंगा या नहीं रखूंगा? उनसे तो बचाऊंगा ना अपने आप को. बचाऊं तो आपत्ति है आपको, नहीं बचाऊं तो कहते हैं आप बचा नहीं पाए. तो आप तय कर लीजिए, मुझे अपने लोगों को बचा के रखना चाहिए चोर लुटेरों से या नहीं. पुनिया जी, आपको विद ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट टू यू, मैं आपके लिए नहीं कह रहा, मैं सिर्फ कह रहा हूँ किस तरह का माहौल है राजनीति.
अच्छा, let Punya ji respond to this, and then I'll get Veer to come in on this larger sort of macro academic PhD thesis on the structures of the Congress party. Can a political party afford this? Can a political party afford to have its main leader become a broadcast host? But Punya ji, पहले जो आरोप लगा है कि पैसे फेंके जा रहे हैं, that MLAs are effectively being bribed. तो चोरी होगी तो ताला तो लगेगा, जो पवन खेरा ने बोला.
बरखा जी, बहुत आसान है. 1.5 साल में हम यही तो कह रहे हैं कि मुख्यमंत्री जी ने आरोप से ही काम चलाया है. गवर्नेंस थी नहीं, पूरे कोरोना में फेलियर हुई. और जो पवन जी अभी कह रहे थे, वो अंग्रेजी अच्छी समझते हैं, तो कपिल सिब्बल जी ने एक ट्वीट किया है. मुझे लगता है कांग्रेस की वर्तमान स्थिति का अच्छा सा एक उदाहरण है कि हम सोते रहते हैं और घोड़े भाग जाते हैं. अब ये जो टर्मिनोलॉजी है, ये मुख्यमंत्री जी कभी घोड़े की बात करते हैं, कभी बकरी की करते हैं, ये चोर उचक्कों की करते हैं. मुझे लगता है कि एक शब्द में कहूंगा कि जिस तरीके से युग के हिसाब से कांग्रेस पार्टी ने अपने आप को नहीं बदला, इसलिए वो भारत के नक्शे से चली गई. केवल 3.5 प्रदेशों में आपकी सरकार है और यहाँ पर आपको बाड़ाबंदी करनी पड़ रही है. या आप इतने नैतिक हैं, इतना मजबूत आपका संगठन है, इतने मजबूत नेता है, तो फिर डर किस बात का? आज अमित शाह और नरेंद्र मोदी देश की सत्ता पर काबिज है, वो आपकी कमजोरियों के कारण, आपकी गलतियों के कारण है, वो अपनी खूबियों के कारण है। इसलिए आप ये तोहमत लगाएं। आपको तो बहुत अवसर मिला 55 सालों तक, आप ठीक मार लेते।
Okay, briefly let Pawan respond to that. Then I want to come to we're on last comments.
पुनिया जी, आपकी आज आपने अपनी नौकरी खतरे में डाल दी ये कह के कि हमारी गलतियों से आप सत्ता में हैं, अपनी काबिलियत से नहीं है। माफी चाहता हूँ, मैं चाहता हूँ
मैंने तीनों बातें कही हैं
और मजबूत नौकरी करें आप, लेकिन आपने गलती कर दी, कोई बात नहीं
करता हूँ,
कोई बात नहीं। मैं आपको सिर्फ एक अंतर बताना चाहता हूँ।
तीनों बातें कही है और आपने इतनी बड़ी गलती की कि 55 वर्षों के बाद आज
हम तो खुद मानते हैं।
अच्छा चलिए अच्छा चलो, let's not get into this TV type, let's not get locked into this TV type. Pawan, make your point.
मैं बिल्कुल
नहीं, मैं आपको सुन ही रहा था।
चले पुनिया जी आगे बढ़े। Let's move on. Let's come to the substance of the conversation.
आप हैं हमारी वजह से, हमारी गलती से, इसमें कोई शक की बात नहीं। मैं आपसे सहमत हूँ और कोई बात नहीं। आपके और हमारे संगठन में एक अंतर है, वो अंतर बड़ा स्पष्ट है। जो हमारे यहाँ गलती थी, अब आपने वो अपना ली। अब आपके यहाँ कोई वो बात नहीं रही जो पहले थी। अब व्यक्तिवादी हो गए हो आप लोग, और हम अब व्यक्तिवाद से निकलकर और सिस्टम्स ला रहे हैं।
Pawan, not true. You make a fair point that of the congressification of the BJP by saying it's about a personality cult. But so are you guys.
I'm trying to complete my sentence.
आप तो एक खानदान से पीछा छुड़ा लीजिए, कांग्रेस की दशा सुधर जाएगी।
Should I be allowed to complete my sentence, please?
Of course, please do.
Thank you. So बरखा, ये हमारी तरह होते जा रहे हैं, जो हम पर आरोप लगता था, व्यक्तिवादी होते जा रहे हैं, और हम सिस्टम को अब स्थान पर ला रहे हैं कि हर चीज में व्यक्तिवाद नहीं होना चाहिए। इनकी तो सरकार भी व्यक्तिवादी है, इनकी राजनीति भी व्यक्तिवादी है, इनकी विदेश नीति भी व्यक्तिवादी है। इसलिए आप देख रहे हैं चारों तरफ क्या त्राही मच रही है। इसलिए don't blame the Congress when we are trying to put systems in place. I think absolute respect to any organization which is trying to evolve and reinvent itself. Not just re-articulate its ideology, but also reinvent its structures and its systems and make them more independent of individuals.
Okay, let's start taking last comments. Do you see any attempt at a structural or otherwise reinvention of the Congress one? The only change we see is Rahul Gandhi in some ways trying to position himself as a thinking politician. Hence all of these conversations on Zoom with thought leaders and so on. But a number of people have said that this was perhaps the time for him to be out there, for him to take risks, or considered risks in the lockdown, maybe go out, meet migrant workers, maybe walk with them, maybe just spend time out on the street instead of at a computer. And do you see any evidence of the reinvention and the going beyond an individual that Pawan is talking about?
Well, but I'll give you the example I gave in the article. Let's take the first UPA 1, which was a very difficult government because it was a difficult coalition. Nobody thought they would last. Nobody thought Sonia Gandhi had it enough. It was an odd experiment having a different prime minister, a different party president. One thing Sonia Gandhi never gets the credit for was that it was the first Congress-led government in many years that was totally dependent on institutions. Rajiv Gandhi had Arun Singh, Arun Nehru, and then later, sadly, Satish Sharma. Indira Gandhi had Dhawan and people like that. That was the only government I know of where the Congress president had no cronies, no stooges. There were no extra constitutional authorities. Ahmed Patel, who was the political secretary, was instrumental in talking to allies, but that was about it. You went through the Congress party's institutions. There were no kitchen cabinets. Consider that situation, which I think is right when Pawan talks about the Congress and having structures, because that situation worked well. It made the government last despite many different allies, including the including the left. And compare it to today's situation. Nobody knows who's in charge. Is Rahul Gandhi a TV host? Is he a Congress authority? What is Priyanka's locus standi? Why is she reaching out to people? Why is Sonia saying nothing? It is not my case that the BJP caricature of the Congress as a family front where only the family runs the business is accurate. But the point is that caricature is out of there. And people believe it. Once a caricature is out there, you have to fight it. You have to defeat it. You have to show that you are not a family business. The Congress president, even if she's an interim president, has to be more active. A clear role has to be found for Rahul Gandhi. There have to be institutions that are clearly worked out.
Yeah.
This time, compared to say UPA1, the Congress has none of those things. And as for your criticisms of what Rahul is doing, I agree with them. I think he's made a huge mistake by deciding to spend his time personally attacking the Prime Minister. Every poll will tell you the Prime Minister is more popular than the BJP. He's actually the BJP's strongest advantage. So don't chip away at him. It's all hell breaking loose in many parts of the country. You mentioned the migrant crisis. You're right. He should have gone out there. Focus on those issues. Suggest that the Congress really cares about them. Don't make it about personalities because you'll lose.
Okay. पुण्या जी, राजस्थान की सरकार, गहलोत जी की सरकार सर्वाइव होगी कि नहीं होगी आपके मुताबिक?
मैं पहले कह चुका, सरकार अपना समर्थन खो चुकी है खुद के अपने विधायकों के बीच, और समर्थक और सहयोगी थे उनके बीच में। मैं फिगर आपको बता चुका, उससे नीचे जाएगी।
तो आप ट्रस्ट वोट में दोबारा वही सवाल की कोशिश कर रही हो, ट्रस्ट वोट मांगेंगे या नहीं मांगेंगे ऑन द फ्लोर ऑफ द हाउस?
इनको प्रूव करना चाहिए। हमने कोई डिमांड नहीं की, और अभी मुझे लगता है कि थोड़ा प्रीमेच्योर है, 1-2 दिन और स्थिति का आकलन कर लीजिए।
Okay, Pawan, so it's our sense that Gehlot has won this round in numbers. But again, I will say that the fight or the fault line that is being revealed is not about Ashok Gehlot versus Sachin Pilot, but about the question who's in charge of the Congress. You said in the beginning that both sides may have made mistakes. What mistake do you think the Congress leadership has made?
I wouldn't say the Congress leadership made any mistake, for the simple reason that when it came to their doorsteps, they intervened. They gave, followed particular system. They gave Mr. Pilot 3 days to come out and discuss, whatever issues he had. He decided not to entertain this invitation, and fair enough. So the systems came into play. So I don't see why we should question the Congress leadership here, because the leadership's role began only when the role of the
Did Ashok Gehlot make any
troubleshooters
mistakes?
ended.
Did Mr. Gehlot make any mistakes?
As I said,
Did
when
Mr.
you write
Gehlot
your
make any
next book,
mistakes?
when you write your next book and there is a chapter on Rajasthan, we can discuss it. But as I said, there are times, this is still an ongoing issue. So there are times when both sides are right and wrong both. So we'll have to figure out who was more right and who was more wrong. And that's something which is not for me to judge at this point. You are a dispassionate journalist, you should judge it.
Well, going by the Congress aping the BJP on social media, nobody's a dispassionate journalist anymore that disagrees with the party. But
I promise you, we won't learn the wrong lessons from them. I promise you that.
Let's see. Leaving it there. Thank you so much, Satish, Punya, Pawan.
Thank you.
Pleasure. And sorry, Vinod, we lost the link to you, but we'll definitely get you back on one of our next programs. Thank you very much. Thank you.